Hello my dear friends, let's start types of changes. This is part first video. In this video we will explore about changes around us, types of changes, physical and chemical changes. Changes is a universal phenomenon. Changes occur around us continuously. See the different changes. Now types of changes. Slow and fast changes, natural and man-made changes, periodic and non-periodic changes, reversible and irreversible changes, physical and chemical changes. The first one, slow and fast changes. Changes that take longer time to complete are called slow changes. For example, rusting of iron, change of seasons, formation of curd from milk, etc. These are the examples of slow changes. Changes that take place in a very short interval of time are called fast changes. For example, bursting of crackers, bursting of balloons, lighting of electric bulb, blinking of eyes, and switching on a fan. These are the examples of fast changes. Do you know? The release of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere has been going on for a long time, but we realized the harmful effect of the global warming only after such gases accumulated in the air to significant level. This has been a slow change. Next, natural and man-made changes. Changes that take place in a nature by themselves are called natural changes. For example, change of day and night, growing of trees, earthquakes, eruption of volcanoes, etc. These are the examples of natural changes. Changes that occur due to the efforts of human being are called man-made changes. For example, cooking of foods, formation of steel from iron, etc. These are the examples of man-made changes. Next, periodic and non-periodic changes. Changes that are repeated at regular interval are called periodic changes. For example, motion of pendulum, change of day and night, etc. These are the periodic changes. Changes that are not repeated at a regular interval are called non-periodic changes. For example, earthquake, landslides, etc. Next, reversible and irreversible changes. When change in a substance can be reversed by changing the condition, it is said to be reversible change. For example, freezing of water into ice on cooling and ice melted into water at room temperature. If a substance cannot be brought back to its original state after the change, it is said to be an irreversible change. For example, burning of wood to ash, breaking of glass, cooking of food. These are the difference between reversible change and irreversible change. The reversible changes are folding a paper or a cloth, melting of ice candy, butter of wax or wax, sugar dissolved in water, molding a clay, stretching of rubber band. These are the reversible changes. But in the case of irreversible changes, cutting of paper or cloth, burning of paper or cloth or fuels, rusting of iron, growth of plants and animals, curdling of milk, these are the irreversible changes. Do you know? Reversible changes typically require some exchange of energy. For example, formation of water from ice require heat absorption. On the other hand, heat is released in the reverse process, that is formation of ice from the water. All the possible changes can be classified into the two categories, that is physical changes and chemical changes. Let's see physical changes. The first one, physical changes. A temporary change in which only the physical properties, that is state, shape, size, appearance, etc. of a surface changes while the chemical composition remains the same, is called a physical change. Physical change is identified by the change in physical properties of the substance. These properties include change in color, shape, size, physical state of a substance, that is solid, liquid and gas. Characteristics of physical changes. No new substance is formed. Temporary and reversible change. No gain or loss of energy as a result of physical change. No change in weight of substance before and after the change. Number 1. No new substance is formed. Ice on heating melts into water. When this water is further heated, it changes to steam. On cooling, the steam changes into water, which on further cooling changes to ice. Next, physical change is temporary and reversible. When iron piece is struck with permanent magnet, it gets magnetized. However, if magnetized iron is hammered, it loses its magnetism. See another example. The wax on heating changes into liquid state. However, liquid wax changes into solid on cooling. Next, no gain or loss of energy as a result of physical change. For example, water changes into steam by absorbing certain amount of heat energy. The same amount of energy is given out when steam changes back into water by giving up its heat. As there no net gain or loss of energy, the change is the physical change. No change in weight of the substance before and after the change. For example, if 25 gram of the solid wax after the melting, 25 gram of molten wax, means both are the same. When a salt solution is prepared by dissolving 20 gram of salt in water, then on evaporation of water 20 gram of salt will be left behind. Thank you for watching, my dear friends. If you have any query, you can ask your doubt in the comment section.